On Game of Thrones pretty much all day, and I've tried to do a live stream. Live streams aren't doing it, so I'm just doing more conventional here. And yes, it's late, so yeah, lights. Yeah, don't see it as that bad. Grant, I have not read the books, therefore I'm not as emotionally invested in a lot of the stuff here as a lot of guys are, and I'm not. Doomcock and Gary, they can be as outraged as they want to. More power to them. They're kind of entitled, I guess. But from my perspective, which is part of the attitude of typical normie types, I guess, in these situations, I'm largely okay with what's going on because it's not my story to tell. So I don't feel I have really any right to say what they're doing wrong. Now, on military tactics, yeah, they are screwing up big time. I mean, Shadiversity's got a very good video going on just how badly the Battle of Winterfell was planned out. And frankly, a good chunk of the attack on King's Landing wasn't much better. It's still the thing of, what are you doing putting your troops outside the castle walls? You keep everyone inside. That's what the castle is for. You keep them inside. Why are you making it easy for the other guy to picking off your? No, everyone inside. Let them try and breach the walls. And, make them work for that kill, okay? And the ease with which Dany and her dragon took out the Iron Fleet and all the little scrubbing. That kind of shows up the stupidity from last week when they just let them, pretty much kill that one dragon and then flew off. She was screaming in for the kill. It's like, freaking do it, good God. But no, got to go off and soak for a while. So I can see, there are some problems here. But, I so far have deliberately avoided Gary's and Doomcock's reviews of this last episode because I know I've already seen the title. They're not happy. Cat's doing something back there. It better be in your box, cat. All right. But I'm sure that, as far as Daenerys going nuts and flaming I'm going to put in the thing, spoilers, so I'm not, the warning was when you clicked on that damn thing, okay? Daenerys and her dragon torching King's Landing. It's like, they have been teasing from season 1 that she's not that stable. That she's got a streak in her that is very, very cruel. When just from her standing there watching Khal Drogo kill her brother by pouring molten gold on his head. And her reaction is not a dragon. He's never a dragon thing. That is one cold-hearted bitch at heart there, okay? She's been trying to be a better person. That struggle has been there the whole time. That's part of why it makes her an appealing character. But this has been foreshadowed for a long time here that, when push comes to shove, she's going to give in to that, her daddy's side. And, because basically, it tried to, they handed King's Landing to her on a silver platter. Surrender. No, we're done. Right, then too easy. No, she needed to get her kill in. She needed to get that, she needed to get some payback. And of course, Grey Worm, it didn't help things either. It's like, if for a D&D situation, and that guy were in my party, and starts like that, he would have died at my sword, because he just became a major liability, Sparky. Because if he had been able to maintain a little control and a little bit of military discipline, and then once your enemy is surrounded, he's no longer really the enemy, okay? They could have used those troops to help get people out of the damn city. Instead of spending time hacking each other up like idiots. No. And that's the case, once that kind of crap happens, any kind of military strategy is out the freaking wall, because it's every man for himself bloodbath thing. So even Jon had to, to whack you guys because they were coming after him. So, but this was not supposed to be the warm, happy, fuzzy ending. I can tell right now. Like this, like she gave in to the dark side, and it was not pleasant, and it wasn't meant to be. This is not meant to be applauded. Okay. This was disturbing and upsetting. Good. It was supposed to be. I can tell by the way. And the fact that, all through you're getting a lot of 911, 9/11 reminders there from just the environment at ground zero, basically. That kind of lunar landscape and everything's gray and ashes are snowing down there. Yeah. Those of us who were around watching that footage, and yeah, that was, once upon a time just up the street from the World Trade Center. What was left of it. They were very much going for that same thing. Yes, this has just happened in King's Landing. They've had their 9/11 on big leathery wings with a crazy blonde chick riding on the back. So, but I don't feel that I really have a whole lot of, ground to say, this isn't what should be doing. This isn't my story to tell. And I'm guessing indications are that George R.R. Martin is like, this is where he was going to be going. I think he even said the books are not going to be that different than what's shown on screen. So they probably had a bit of an outline of of the major points. They frankly should have, they're rushing things. That is for sure. They are cramming things in too much, too soon. They need to flush it out. Give me a kitty. But overall, it's like I really got no gripe on the overall thing. There's points here and there, like I said, the military strategy is idiotic. Even Peter Dinklage, and guess one of the behinds pointed out the rank stupidity of they're fighting a guy who raises up the dead. Where do you put the women and children? In the crypt. Not a good move, okay? That was not Tyrion's best day, clearly, by Dinklage's own admission. Tyrion was not smart on that day. As far as the building goes, it's most defensible, but you've just, put him in there with a bunch of dead people. The ultimate inside job right there. Okay. But as far as a betrayal of Daenerys' character, no, this is very much in character. Variety even had to put in a full-on article with that very title. They're torching King's Landing is very much in character. The only reason we haven't bothered, till now to complain about it is because she's been torching very bad people who had it coming. This is the first time she's let loose on, started letting loose on people who really didn't deserve it. I know. Turn the light on here. I mean, the Turleys really, they were a little obstinate, but I don't know if they really deserve getting flamed. Even then, they kind of let it go because he was a bit of a jackass to Sam. But now it's like there's no excuse for this, really. And they're not saying there's any excuse for it. This is bad. She's turned. She had a little break. If they're being honest with the character, I imagine next episode she'll be very conflicted. Kind of like, yeah, I got my payback, but oh my God, what have I done? So if they're being honest there, they'll go that route where she'll be kind of, floundering of what the hell do I do now? And my prediction right now, I'm saying Jon does not have it in her to take her out. He pledges loyalty to her, and he's going to stick to that. And try and do what he can to try and rein in these very destructive impulses. And Tyrion, I think that basically the way it's going to break down, Arya is going to take her out. Tyrion will be involved somehow, whether Arya will be disguised as Tyrion or Tyrion will distract Dany long enough for Arya to get in there and, Either way, my little, kind of half joking prediction, I think, will come true. I think Tyrion will get the throne, and Arya will be his hand, and Jon will go back up to the north. So, or they may put Jon on the throne, but I don't know. He said he doesn't want it, but. And I've been told that an add-on of bringing bringing Sansa down to make it a legitimate, actual, fairly loving marriage with Tyrion. He's the only one she's been married to that treated her even halfway decently. He was very very chivalrous to her. And there is definite affection even on that part. Just well, not enough to build a marriage. Who the hell knows? But I don't know if they even go that far. So that's my take on it. I can't say I've been that thrilled with this season, but I also haven't been that horribly disappointed like some people are taking like a death in the family or somebody kicked their dog. Let's not get carried away here, okay? So, PayPal, Patreon, yada yada, down below. We still got to get up to Kingsland here, okay? And also just generally, be able to eat on something besides what I've been getting from food bank stuff. Because, while I've gotten used to cold ravioli out of the can, it's nicer to have something a little warm. So, we'll catch you later.